Chapter 4, Whispers of War. The victory over the Shimura clan had brought temporary respite to the region, but Hiroshi knew that the delicate peace could not last. As the displaced villagers began to rebuild their lives, he couldn't shake the feeling that a storm was gathering on the horizon. In the weeks that followed, Hiroshi and Ayumi continued to strengthen their alliance with the sympathetic Kurosawa clan. The Kurosawa leader, Lady Yuki, was a formidable warrior in her own right, her blade as sharp as her political acumen. Lady Yuki, strategically, the Shimura clan's defeat has weakened their hold on the region, but they will not yield so easily. We must be prepared for what comes next. Hiroshi, determined, agreed, Lady Yuki. We must fortify our position and ensure that justice prevails over tyranny. As they fortified their defenses and trained villagers for the challenges ahead, Hiroshi couldn't help but be impressed by the resilience of those who had sought refuge in the encampment. They had become a community, united by a common purpose and the unwavering belief in a better future. Among the villagers, Hiroshi encountered individuals whose stories mirrored his own in their commitment to justice. He was particularly drawn to a young woman named Toshi, whose skill with a bow was matched only by her determination to protect her people. Toshi, resolute, my family lost everything to the Shimura clan. I won't rest until justice is served and my people are safe. Hiroshi saw in Toshi a kindred spirit, a reflection of his own journey. He trained alongside her, honing her archery skills, and together, they formed a bond forged in the fires of their shared purpose. As tensions escalated, rumors of the Shimura clan's retaliation reached the encampment. Scouts reported increased troop movements and signs of an impending attack. Ayumi, urgent, the time has come, Hiroshi. We must stand together and face whatever challenges lie ahead. The Battle of Red Blossom Pass. The day of reckoning arrived with a crimson sunrise, casting an eerie glow over the encampment. Hiroshi, Ayumi, Lady Yuki, Toshi, and the villagers gathered at Red Blossom Pass, a strategic choke point that the Shimura clan would have to traverse. The clash of steel and arrows erupted as the Shimura forces descended upon them. Hiroshi's katana flashed with precision, while Toshi's arrows found their marks with deadly accuracy. In the heat of battle, Ayumi's rallying cries and Lady Yuki's strategic brilliance guided their forces. It was a battle that would determine the fate of the region, a battle that tested the resolve of the displaced villagers and their allies. As the sun set on the battlefield, the Shimura clan had been defeated once more. But the cost of victory weighed heavily on their hearts. They had prevailed, but not without loss. Hiroshi, somber, we have won today, but let us not forget the sacrifices made. We fight for justice, and our journey is far from over. As they tended to the wounded and paid their respects to the fallen, Hiroshi knew that their fight for justice had only just begun. The whispers of war had grown louder, and the complexities of feudal Japan's political landscape would continue to shape their destinies. But in the midst of the aftermath, amidst the scarred earth and the crimson sunset, Hiroshi's unwavering commitment to honor and justice remained unbroken. He would continue to stand as the Ronin of honor, a guardian of the samurai's code and a symbol of hope in a world filled with uncertainty. In the wake of their hard-fought victory at Red Blossom Pass, Hiroshi, Ayumi, and their allies returned to the encampment. The scent of victory mingled with the cries of the wounded, a reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of justice. As the villagers tended to their injured comrades, Hiroshi and Ayumi gathered in the makeshift command tent with Lady Yuki of the Kurosawa clan to assess their situation. Lady Yuki, strategically, the Shimura clan has suffered a significant blow, but they will not relent. We must be prepared for their retaliation. Ayumi, resolute, we've shown that the people can stand against tyranny, and we won't back down now. Justice will prevail. Hiroshi, thoughtful, our alliance has grown stronger, and the displaced villagers have proven their resilience. But we must also consider the wider implications of our actions. Lady Yuki revealed that their defiance had ignited a spark of hope among other oppressed regions, and rumors of uprisings against tyrannical clans were spreading like wildfire. Lady Yuki, tactically, our actions have inspired others to resist oppression. The winds of change are blowing through feudal Japan. As the discussion continued, they realized that their struggle was not isolated but part of a larger movement for justice. Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki recognized the need for unity among these disparate groups if they were to challenge the oppressive clans that held power. Hiroshi, strategically, we must seek out these like-minded leaders and form a coalition. Together, we can bring about lasting change. Ayumi, inspirational, our alliance will become a beacon of hope, a symbol that tyranny can be defeated. With their plan in motion, Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki embarked on a journey to find these leaders of resistance. Along the way, they encountered characters whose stories were woven into the complex tapestry of feudal Japan. Miyamoto, the wandering Ronin. In a remote village nestled among rolling hills, they met Miyamoto, a wandering Ronin who had once served a tyrannical lord. His experiences had left him disillusioned, and he was seeking redemption. Miyamoto, regretful, I once fought for power, but now I seek to atone for my past. I will join your cause. Hiroshi, recognizing the sincerity in Miyamoto's words, welcomed him into their alliance, and the once-lost Ronin found a new purpose in the fight for justice. As they traveled, Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki uncovered stories of oppression, resistance, and the unbreakable spirit of the common people. Each tale added depth to the world they were navigating, a world teetering on the brink of change. The gathering of the resistance. Their journey led them to a remote valley where leaders of various resistance groups had gathered. It was a diverse assembly, representing different regions and clans, all united by the shared dream of a just and united land. Leader 1, determined, we've suffered under the thumb of these tyrants for too long. Together, we can forge a new path. Leader 2, inspirational, our clans may be different, but our vision is the same, a land where justice prevails. Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki stood before the gathering, their alliance now part of a larger coalition. The room buzzed with anticipation as they discussed their plan to challenge the oppressive clans and bring about a new era of peace and justice. Hiroshi, unifying, our individual struggles are now intertwined, and together, we have the strength to reshape our destiny. As the leaders pledged their support and shared their resources, Hiroshi knew that the true battle for justice was just beginning. The whispers of war had grown into a resounding cry, and the fate of feudal Japan hung in the balance. In the coming chapters, the bonds formed in the fires of battle and the alliances forged on this journey would be tested like never before. The path they had chosen was perilous, but their unwavering commitment to honor and justice would guide them through the challenges that lay ahead. As the leaders of the resistance coalition gathered in that remote valley, Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki realized the immense responsibility that lay on their shoulders. Each leader brought with them stories of suffering, oppression, and an unbreakable determination to see a just and united land. Leader 3, resolute, we may be from different regions, but we share a common enemy, the clans that have brought suffering to our people. Together, we will change our fate. Leader 4, strategically, the time has come to plan our coordinated strikes against the oppressive clans. We must strike swiftly and decisively. With the alliance formed, Hiroshi and Ayumi shared their experiences and the battles they had fought, inspiring the leaders with their unwavering commitment to justice. Lady Yuki, a shrewd strategist, offered insights into clan politics and how to exploit the divisions among their enemies. Hiroshi, inspirational, our journey has been one of sacrifice and resilience. Together, we will bring an end to tyranny and bring about a new era. As the meeting continued, they laid out their strategy, coordinated strikes on key strongholds of the oppressive clans. The displaced villagers, now seasoned warriors, would join their cause, ready to fight for a better future. Preparations for war. In the days that followed, the valley became a hub of activity as preparations for the upcoming battles were underway. Weapons were sharpened, armor was repaired, and strategies were devised. Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki oversaw the training of the resistance fighters, instilling in them the values of unity, honor, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. Among the warriors, Toshi's archery skills became legendary, her arrows finding their mark with deadly precision. Toshi, focused, I will not let our cause falter. Every arrow I loose will be for justice. Miyamoto, the wandering ronin, took on the role of a mentor, imparting his wisdom and experience to the fighters. His redemption lay not just in seeking justice but in guiding others towards the same path. Miyamoto, teaching, our strength lies not only in our skills but in our unity and resolve. Together, we are unstoppable. The atmosphere in the valley was charged with determination, each fighter driven by their own experiences of suffering under oppressive rule and their shared dream of a brighter future. The battle plans. With their forces trained and battle plans finalized, the leaders of the resistance coalition gathered once more. Hiroshi unrolled a map that displayed the locations of the oppressive clan's strongholds. Hiroshi, strategically, our coordinated strikes will be swift and precise. We will disrupt their control over the land and weaken their grasp on power. Ayumi, inspirational, we fight not just for ourselves but for all those who have suffered. Our actions will echo through history. Lady Yuki, tactically, we must exploit their divisions, strike when they least expect it, and unite the people under our banner of justice. The leaders nodded in agreement, their resolve unwavering. The fate of feudal Japan hung in the balance, and the battles ahead would test not only their skills but their commitment to the principles of honor and justice. As the meeting concluded, Hiroshi knew that the next chapters of their journey would be marked by fire and steel, but also by unity, resilience, and the unwavering belief that a better future was within their grasp. The stage was set for the battles that would shape their destinies and the destiny of a land yearning for justice. The night wore on, and as the moon reached its zenith, the encampment was alive with activity. Torches flickered, casting dancing shadows upon the warriors who sharpened their weapons and tightened their armor. The anticipation of battle hung in the air like an electric charge. In the center of the encampment, a massive bonfire blazed, its flames reaching skyward, painting the night with a fiery glow. Warriors, clad in a mosaic of armor and banners representing their regions, gathered around it. Ayumi stepped forward, her silhouette illuminated by the roaring flames. She raised her katana high, the blade catching the fire's light, and her voice carried like a clarion call through the night. Ayumi, inspiring, warriors of justice, tonight we stand united against tyranny. Tomorrow, we march into the pages of history as champions of honor and freedom. The warriors responded with a resounding cheer, their voices echoing through the valley. The bonfire's flames seemed to burn brighter, fueled by the collective determination of those who had endured so much suffering. As the night wore on, Hiroshi approached Toshi, who sat alone by the fire, lost in thought. Hiroshi, encouraging, Toshi, your skill with the bow is unmatched. Tomorrow, your arrows will strike true, and justice will be our shield. Toshi nodded, her eyes filled with a steely resolve. She had trained tirelessly for this moment, and her determination to protect her people burned hotter than the fieriest of flames. Toshi, determined, tomorrow, Hiroshi, we will carve a path to a better future with every arrow we loose. The night's silence was broken by the haunting melody of a flute played by one of the warriors, its mournful notes carrying across the valley. It was a melody that spoke of loss and longing, a reminder of the sacrifices that had brought them to this moment. As the first light of dawn painted the horizon with shades of pink and gold, the warriors of the resistance coalition stood ready. They wore determination like armor and wielded the samurai's code as their guide. Ayumi, commanding, to battle, my comrades. For justice and a united land. With a unified battle cry that echoed through the valley, the warriors descended from the hill, their banners unfurled, and their spirits unwavering. The fate of feudal Japan hung in the balance, and they charged forward, ready to face whatever challenges the day would bring. The stage was set for a battle of epic proportions, a clash of ideals and steel that would determine the course of their destinies and the destiny of a land yearning for freedom. The sun crested the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the valley where the resistance coalition had gathered. The warriors, a diverse assembly from different regions and clans, marched with determination in their eyes and the banners of justice held high. As they approached the first target, the fortress of the oppressive Kagawa clan, the tension in the air was palpable. The defenders, aware of the impending assault, manned the walls with an air of arrogance. Defender 1, scoffing, they dare challenge the might of the Kagawa clan? Fools. Defender 2, confident, let them come. We'll crush their rebellion beneath our walls. Hiroshi, Ayumi, and Lady Yuki led the charge, their warriors behind them like a tidal wave of justice. The clash of steel began, the sound of swords meeting shields and arrows finding their marks echoing through the valley. Ayumi, fierce, forward. For those who cannot fight, for those who dream of freedom. The defenders of the fortress fought valiantly, but the determination and unity of the resistance fighters were unwavering. Toshi, her bowstring singing, sent arrows soaring into the enemy ranks with unerring accuracy. Toshi, determined, justice guides my hand. Miyamoto, the wandering ronin, fought with the skill of a master, his katana a blur of steel as he cleaved through the ranks of the Kagawa clan. Miyamoto, focused, I will not let the past define me. Today, we define our destiny. The battle raged on, each clash of swords and arrows fired a testament to the unwavering commitment of those who fought for justice. The fortress's walls, once impenetrable, began to crumble under the relentless assault. Inside the fortress, the oppressive Kagawa clan leader, Lord Takashi, watched as his forces were pushed back. His confidence turned to desperation as he realized the tide of battle had turned against him. Lord Takashi, furious, this cannot be. Rally the troops. We must not yield. But it was too late. The resistance fighters breached the fortress walls, their determination unmatched. Hiroshi and Ayumi confronted Lord Takashi, their blades flashing with righteous fury. Hiroshi, resolute, your reign of tyranny ends here, Takashi. Ayumi, defiant, we fight not just for victory, but for a better future. The duel was intense, the clash of steel reverberating through the fortress. Lord Takashi fought desperately, but justice was on the side of Hiroshi and Ayumi. With a final strike, they defeated Lord Takashi, ending his oppressive rule. As the sun reached its zenith in the sky, the fortress was reclaimed, a symbol of the first victory in their quest for justice. The resistance coalition had triumphed, and the oppressed had tasted the sweet fruits of freedom. But the battle was just the beginning. There were more oppressive clans to challenge, more fortresses to reclaim, and more dreams of justice to fulfill. The fate of feudal Japan still hung in the balance, and the path ahead was fraught with challenges and uncertainties. With their blades held high and their spirits unbroken, the warriors of the resistance coalition knew that their journey was far from over. In the chapters that lay ahead, they would face even greater trials, but their unwavering commitment to honor and justice would guide them through the battles yet to come.